Coming up on News 2, a shooting suspect wanted by police for more than a week has turned himself in. Newly sworn senators were present for an ecumenical service in Frederiksted and then a meet and greet at the Croix Legislative Complex. We'll have highlights. Plus, ready for the 16th annual Bordeaux Farmers Agriculture and Food Fair? Some new things lined up. The farmers market has received a major facelift. A dedication ceremony was held. Hello, welcome, and thanks for joining us on this edition of News 2. I'm Sandra Gumansing. Well, the last events surrounding the swearing-in of the 30th legislature were held Wednesday morning on St. Croix. They started with an ecumenical service at the Friedensburg Moravian Church in Frederiksted and followed with a public reception at the legislature. But things swiftly took an interesting turn after senators were allowed to speak. News 2's Erica Parsons has more.
The St. Croix reception for the 15 senators of the 30th legislature was wrought with emotion following what legislators said was a stirring message delivered at the Friedensburg Moravian Church Wednesday morning. But things heated up quickly as minority senators took the opportunity to express their dissatisfaction with decisions made by majority members.
I believe that the $166,000, after all the party was over, we was granted our budget to hire professional people. How is that possible? Trust me, I know how to get a job done if you're only giving me 3 cents.
Yes, I'm not a member of the majority. And yes, I would have preferred that the majority would have been more responsible with the budgeting and with the allotment of committees so that we did not have to dig into cutting and sending people home from our personal staff and maybe from central staff. But I'm not here to say that today. I'm here to tell you that I'm committed to you, the people of St. Croix. I'm committed to a better Virgin Islands.
The truth is that St. Croix district will be impacted because there are only 3 St. Croix senators in the majority, and so most of the senators that are in the non-majority are on St. Croix, and it's their budget that is impacted, and therefore it will be their staff that will be sent home, meaning then that there will be more layoffs in the district of St. Croix, and that's unfair.
Senator O'Reilly said she was heard thinking about how stringent she's been with her budget, even returning money back to the central government. Senate Majority Leader Donald Cole used his time to read Act 7962, which legislates distribution of the budget.
The 29th legislature passed an operational budget of $17.8 million. Do the math. I'm saying the law is the law.
Nearly all the senators from the St. Thomas-St. John district listed their ties to the Big Island, assuring the Crucians present of their commitment not just to their district, but to the territory as a whole, a sentiment echoed by all the senators. The new Senate president, along with his colleagues, agreed there is work to do.
As leaders, as Virgin Islanders, in a very difficult period, I expect every elected official to stay focused on what you need, what we need.
Erica Parsons, News 2.
New members of the St. Croix District Board of Elections were sworn in Friday morning. According to the VI Daily News, the board met for its first session Friday and chose new leaders as their first order of business. Adelbert Bryan was nominated and approved as the board's chair, while new member Liliana Belardo de O'Neill was chosen as vice chair. Glenn Webster was appointed as the board's secretary. During that meeting, board members learned that elections supervisor John Abramson Jr. will retire at the end of May, so he will have to be replaced. The Virgin Islands Government and Economic Development Authority has been awarded $1.4 million by the Department of Commerce to evaluate the territory's economic condition following Hovenja's closure, as well as implement a small business program to assist new and existing entrepreneurs to establish and maintain their businesses. News 2's Janisha John brings us more on this story.
Small business owners in the territory can look forward to some relief as the U.S. Department of Commerce has awarded the Virgin Islands government with $1.4 million in economic development funds to help small businesses move forward despite Hovenja's closure.
With the delegates' assistance with respect to our discussions with the Department of Commerce, Economic Development Administration, we were very successful in tapping into the $400,000 to study the impact of the events are closing, what we need to do, where there are opportunities going forward, and at the same time, the $1 million that be used by the Economic Development Authority, local Economic Development Authority, towards small business incubators.
While assessing Jovence's impact on small businesses, the federal funds will also be used to implement a program to assist current and emerging entrepreneurs to tap into new industries.
We believe that we can start looking at food, agribusiness, e-commerce, information technology, the areas that really have the growth potential that fit into what VINGN is doing, fit into what the RT Park is doing, have the commonality with the Economic Development Commission is pushing, and at the same time allows for a lot of our young people and others to be able to be retrained towards entrepreneurial pursuits.
A pursuit that will help build a strong foundation for small businesses, giving business owners the ability to run their businesses more effectively and sustain it.
We recognize that the success of any small business depends on the infrastructure that they have in place, the accounting work that needs to be done, the legal assistance that they can avail themselves of, the marketing opportunities. That $1 million grant will allow us to provide them the infrastructure so they can focus on their core business activities, and then they can transition away from the industrial park, out of the small incubator program, and stand on their own.
Janisha Jan, News 2.
Delegate to Congress Donna Christensen congratulated DeYoung's administration on the federal support and also thanked the Department of Commerce for assisting the territory through these critical times. A wanted man on St. Croix has surrendered himself to authorities as officers were searching for 25-year-old Steadroy Hurst since January 8th. Hurst, who was wanted for first-degree assault and possession of a dangerous weapon, turned himself in at 4 a.m. Tuesday morning and has since been advised of his rights. Hurst was said to be involved in an ongoing dispute with a family member that led to him opening fire on the family member. Hurst's bail was set at $250,000. With the help of Vice President Joe Biden, President Obama has rolled out his plan to curb gun violence in America. Many of the president's plans are included in a new gun control legislation passed in New York State on Monday. The solution focuses on gun sales and mental health. Danielle Nottingham reports from Washington.
President Obama is calling for a new ban on military-style assault weapons, like the one used in the Newtown school shooting massacre.
This is our first task as a society, keeping our children safe. This is how we will be judged.
The president will also ask Congress to ban all firearm ammunition magazines containing more than 10 bullets. He'll see criminal and mental health checks for all gun buyers, including at gun shows and private sales.
If you want to buy a gun, whether it's from a licensed dealer or a private seller, you should at least have to show you are not a felon or somebody legally prohibited from buying one.
The president will need approval from Congress for new restrictions on gun sales, but the White House plans to use executive orders to enact other proposals. The president signed 23 executive actions Wednesday. One directs the CDC to study gun violence. Another develops an emergency response model for schools and places of worship. Many pro-gun rights lawmakers have already expressed opposition to the president's plan.
The president's just making a political move, and it's a shame that he's using this situation for political reasons.
There will be new efforts to stop school bullying and to increase mental health services. The president is also ordering funding for schools that want to hire armed security guards. Polls show a majority of Americans favor stricter gun laws, but in recent weeks, gun sales have skyrocketed across the nation. Danielle Nottingham, CBS News, the White House.
Keeping our eye on the economy, two banks are out with impressive earnings. Goldman Sachs profits nearly tripled last quarter, and JP Morgan Chase's earnings shot up 55%. The parent company of American Airlines reversed a year-ago loss, turning a profit of more than $260 million last quarter. American is considering merging with U.S. Airways or remaining independent. This is the New York Stock Exchange with Scotiabank Stock Market Watch. The Dow down 23, NASDAQ up 6, S&P 29.29. Coming up on News 2, health officials are reminding you it's not too late to get your flu shot. To make it convenient, they have lined up some events so you can get the free shot. Details. Plus, ready for the 16th annual Bordeaux Farmers Agriculture and Food Fair? Some new things lined up. The farmers market has received a major facelift, and a dedication ceremony was held. We'll take you to the site next. The Estate Bordeaux Farmers Market has received a major facelift. On Wednesday, the public was invited to a dedication ceremony for the facility, which will also serve as a multi-purpose community center. And it's just in time for this weekend's 16th annual Bordeaux Farmers Agriculture and Food Fair. News2's Erica Bivens brings us this story.
A dedication ceremony for the Estate Bordeaux Farmers Market was held Wednesday on site, giving the public a chance to check out the new facility.
This particular facility is not just a farmer's market, but as well it is designed to be a community center, a multi-purpose center, so that the community in general may also use and benefit from. This is our contribution to the western end of St. Thomas.
The project was completed through numerous partnerships and community development block grant funding.
We're just shy of the 2-year mark, and as a steward of the CDBG funds, the Department of Agriculture is what we call a most astute recipient. And we have to offer congratulations to them for their exemplary performance here, and also for their unwavering commitment to their partners.
The project has come a long way. The site itself has a rich history, as it used to be a tennis court, which was sold by the Department of Sports, Parks and Recreation to the Department of Agriculture in 2008.
And so it didn't take me long to make the decision to turn it over to him so that he could utilize this facility.
A facility that now offers vendors a modern space to sell their produce, a sink to wash them in, as well as a large roof and beautiful views of the north side.
They were able to take a dream that some of the farmers had and turn it into reality. And this upgrade is excellent.
We have laid a foundation for an industry that thrives year-round and not just during a few special events that offer a cultural novelty.
The project is a 3-phase initiative, and phases 1 and 2 have been successfully completed.
1 was the cistern, 2 is this big structure with the table.
Phase 3 funding, which is not yet available, will renovate the rest of the booths. And the completion of phases 1 and 2 couldn't have come at a better time, with this weekend being the annual Bordeaux Farmers Agricultural Food Fair, where the public is invited once again to see all the facility has to offer. For News 2, I'm Erica Bivens.
And the 16th annual Bordeaux Farmers Rastafari Agricultural and Cultural Food Fair will take place this Saturday and Sunday. The event will feature farm tours, family activities, and reggae music. Locally grown foods as well as arts and crafts will also be available for purchase. The cost is $3 for adults. After 5 p.m., it will be $10 for the live reggae concerts. Youth are free with an adult. The Department of Health will be holding its free seasonal flu outreach activities territory-wide. Flu shots will be administered on St. Thomas at the Royal Schneider Hospital lobby on Friday, January 18th from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Shots will also be administered on St. Croix on the same day and time at the Charles Harwood Complex lobby. Now on St. John, shots will be available on Thursday, January 24th at the Morris de Castro Clinic, and that's from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Be sure to bring your immunization cards. Stick around, your News2 AccuWeather forecast is coming up next.